Ah, there we go. Took a little while to start up there. Hello? Yes? Welcome. Thank you, Kangafango. Right. So, should we get started? Drunk much? Why? Hi. What do you mean drunk much? Right. So, should we get started? Yes. Oh, right, because of the text. Yeah, because above I said, will start soon, but I wrote it as will start schon. I get it. Well. Hello, ghosts and ghouls of all ages. Ghouls? Are you sure? Well, only above 13. Your first comment in the chat. Yes, I get that. So, yes. Friday game dev, as it says. So, Ghost Mansions. Oh, right, I didn't see that one. Ghosts and ghostlets. Oh, ghostlets sounds like tiny ghosts, like tiny baby ghosts. Like the adult ghosts and the tiny ghostlets. Like pigs and piglets. Yes. So, Unity's already running. So, let's switch over. Here we are. Right. So, I did a bit of work off stream. Managed to get some work in. But first I want to get this to be the right size. Is this sort of size good? Is the size good? I do realize there's Twitch delay. It's alright, thank you. Okay, good. Oh, and it's already aligned. That's great. Let's make it a bit like this. Ghost and ghostesses. That makes it a bit clearer. So, right. I did start to implement that with these braziers, the flame. So if you equip a matchbox and then you use it, a flame does appear. There's no sound yet. It's just a basic flame. It's just using the default particle texture for it. And as you can see, it does give off light back there. Right? And I also implemented started implementing the thing where it changes color. The way it will be in the final game probably will be that you can burn certain items to change the flames to different colors. And depending how many flames are what color, the portal, which will appear in the center here, will send you to a different level type. For testing purposes, I've made it so if you look at it and you press F, that changes it to green. So if you look at it, you can see I pressed F, and there it goes. You can see green flame, yellow flame. Now just as sort of to show you the transition a bit better, you look at it like this, see? And there we go. It's alright, thank you. Good. Ghosts and ghostesses. Yes. Shadows. So will the portal be on the ground? I don't know. I was thinking more floating, like in the center, like sort of around this area. I don't know. We'll see. Right. So what is the next thing to do? The next thing to do is to make it so that the light around it also changes color, which shouldn't be that difficult considering that they both use the same sort of thing. Right, so where is it? Is it in... Right, here we go. Right, gotcha. Good. So let's see. This script is running on this object, the GateBrazer FBX, and then the first child object is the flame, and the child object of that is the light. So that makes sense. Right. So good. In here, I need, as if the current color does not equal the new color, then, well, we can just set the, actually we can't. Can we? No, because the current color of the light is different, so it needs to be current light color is equal to, and we'll set this in start. So current light color is equal to transform.getChild 0. This will be the actual particle system, and then dot getChild 0 from that, which will then be the light source, dot getComponent actually no, it's fine like this, getComponent I think it's just light, might be light source, dot color. Now this is the current light color, the way it starts off as. Now while it's transforming, I need to do current light color is equal to color.lerp, which interpolates between two colors. The first one is the current light color, the second one is the new color, which is the color we're actually, let's do new light color. So, because we may want this to be different. Although, let's just stick with the normal new color. So, yes, and the factor, well, the time between it, so that between 0 and 1, between the current color and the new color, 0.5 being in the center, we want to be the same as the other color transformation, which is 0.25 times time to delta time, which means that it stays roughly the same speed independent of frame rate. Although the thing is, time to delta time, the value, it's the time that the previous frame took to complete, which means that it uses that as the basis to multiply changing values for the current frame to try to increase the value or decrease it, so that a value steadily increases or decreases at the same rate, independent of frame rate. However, the frame rate changes from frame to frame, which means it's not 100% accurate. Once you get to terraforming once more, bushes, trees, and cliffs galore. Maybe. Interesting. I find so. I thought so. So that should work. Now let's test it. So if I'll actually, no, I don't need to equip the matchbox. So that is actually, let's do these two. Now if I press F on this and back up so that the light doesn't, my light doesn't change anything in that. Did that change the light on the ground? No, of course it didn't, because it's just changing the value, it's not assigning it. I need to go to well, let's do, instead of, well, let's do light flame light. Right, so flame light is going to be equal to sort of this thing. Let's just duplicate this, paste it down there. So flame light is going to be equal to the actual component, and then the color of the light, we just need to get the color of flame light here. That's going to make it a bit easier. So flame light dot color lowercase c is equal to current light color. Now it should work. Does it need to be accurate though? No, at this, for this it doesn't. It's just the color that changes. Yep. So the thing is, for some things it does need to be accurate. For example, if two objects are moving parallel, then one object may be moving a bit faster than the other object over a long period of time, which isn't ideal. It is an issue. So now let's try this again. Equip that, light these two, then I walk up to this one, press F, and then I go back. And yes, you might not be able to see this on stream, but the light of the green one has definitely changed color. Let's demonstrate this a bit more. I'll just do it like this, and I'll make every second one green. There we go. So, I mean, you can clearly see now, you should be able to see now that the ones underneath the green lights, underneath the green flames have different lights. So, you see, like this it's a bit easier. I mean, you can see it in here. The whiteness of the model, because it doesn't have any texture yet, down here is illuminated green, whereas over here it's illuminated yellowy. So it does work. Good. Right. No, pretty sure it didn't. Oh, of course, right. Flame animation. Kind of, yes. Exactly on what kind of a Twitch delay are you? Me? I don't know. But yes, you're right. Not one, as far as I know. Maybe I only saw it the second time. I'm a bit meh, so... By that you mean you're not feeling very well? If so, then hope you feel better soon. I recommend that you go outside, the fresh air, sunshine, that sort of thing. Alright, yay, I can. Oh, different colors. Yeah, indeed. Lovely. The exploration style of this makes it seem like a Slender game where there's no architectural cues on where to go. At the moment, it may seem like it, but this is going to have much more depth than collect 8 pages and off you go. Shadis, I tagged with W, not you. Oh, right, that makes sense. Yeah. Shadis, not ill, just meh. Yeah, I get that. Alright. I hope it's not too bad. It was kinda a sudden shift, but we'll see how I feel tomorrow. Yeah. Hope everything gets completely back to normal by tomorrow. Right. So, what is the next thing? Oh, by the way, I disabled the script that randomly places the gate braziers, so that I don't have to find it every time I load in. Kinda tired, I guess. Void. Yeah, of course there's a void. The game's not running, so the train hasn't spawned yet. So, what's the next thing? What will it be? Well, there is the tree. And then there's also... Well, what would be the next thing? That's an interesting question. Because it depends on... I guess we could do the portal. Make it so that the portal spawns. Right, I guess that is probably going to be the best thing to do next. Make the portal spawn. So, let's create another game object for this, an empty one. Well, I can create a particle system. Yes, vote portal spawn. That command doesn't work here, Kangafango. Is an indie game a video game that only appears on online video game websites like Steam? No, not necessarily. Indie game means an independent game, so a game from an independent developer. So a game that is not made by AAA studios or that has a separate publisher or producer or whatever, just an independent game. It doesn't matter what. No, not at all. Indie stands for independent. Ah, yeah. Good. So, let's see. I need particle system. Right. I can make this a little bit bigger. That's gonna make it easier. Just of like this. Not too small though, because otherwise the canvas will change too much. Right. So first of all, I want them. Let's see, what emission shape do I want? Because you can emit particles from different shapes. Like for example, I can angle the cone that they're emitted in, also the base radius, and different things like that. But let's see, what do we want? Well, let's try to do a. Let's try to do a circle. Radius should be fine. Thickness, it's fine. That's okay. Don't need that for the moment. Align to direction, no, we don't need those. They've changed the particle systems as well since I last used them. So a single developer then? Wow. Not necessarily. It can be a company with multiple employees. I'm not sure if there is a hard defined line. But yeah, indie game developer can be a lot of developers working for the same company. I'm not sure what the exact definition is. Oh, like I like the particles, me likey. Yeah, and they're not even finished yet. Same, sphere, shard ice, emit from shell? Yeah, maybe. And I would make the particles go the other way. Yeah. Let's see where. I'm trying to find emit from shell, but I can't find it at the moment. Radius, radius thickness, arc, mode, random. Yeah, that's what I want. Spread, texture, position, rotation, scale, align, random direction, spherized direction. That maybe. No, it's not what I want. Randomized position? I mean, that's interesting, but that's not what I want. Where is it? That is quite strange. Maybe they've moved it into a different thing. Actually, a donut might be what I want, or maybe not. Well, let's just try to work with the circle. And with the velocity over lifetime, there is a where was it? Orbital velocity change. Actually, can I rotate this 90 degrees like this? Yeah, that's gonna make it easier. So, like for example here, I can do orbital speed change. Not that axis, I want Z axis. No, Y axis, I think. Maybe. I can change the offset as well. 0.1, actually let's try 1. What does that do? Does it just... Oh right, it changes the position of the offset. Of course, it changes the offset position of the portal. What does this do? Does this radial modifier? Oh right, that pushes them out or inwards. I see. Speed modifier, that was fine. Right. This is of course way too big. Let's try emitting a few more. So at the moment we're emitting 10 particles per second, and each particle lives for 5 seconds, I think. Yes. So let's do 100 particles. per second. So we can, yeah, you can see the shape a bit better. So this is a 2D shape, and that's what the orbit kind of does, apparently. Interesting. Not exactly what I'm looking for. Oh, linear, that might be kind of an offset. Oh, I see. It... Oh, that's strange. So is that. Let's see, what does... Oh, y is that axis for this? I see. This is... What axis? Oh, that pushes it out that way, I see. And I would make the... Okay, get the other way. Oh, it's gone, is it? Yes! Sprite Ghost Tornado, here we go. No. This is lovely, wow, maybe go for the donut after all. Whoa, this is strange. Maybe go for the donut, maybe. Maybe. Well, yeah, but the donut has kind of this axis as well. And I think that it still bunches the particles up to one point. I think I'm going to go back to the circle and try to change the radius of the circle. Ah, yes, this is what I wanted, the arc. So you can see we've got a circle like this. We can make things like a spiral with the orbital speeds, like this, for example. But that's not what we want. Let's see. If I change the arc to maybe 10, 20, 50. Yeah, this is kind of what I wanted. However, it all goes right back to the first spot. Oh, maybe if I change this to 10 and then change, well, maybe not 10, maybe like 1, and then change the arc to 0, then, this is what I wanted. I wanted the density to be the same all the way around. And I can change the speed of those. So you can see, if I change the speed to 10, oh, not 1, 10, it dramatically changed it. So I could do speed 100, and then, of course, it would be much bigger. So then I can change the orbital speed to, if I did like 10 maybe, you can see that now it's changing it. That's an interesting effect. Let's see, what speed might look good? I think 10 might be okay. But this particle system is really quite big. You can see it, how big it is. Actually, can I offset it more? Alright, I see. Oh, that's an interesting effect. Not quite what I want. Actually, what if I did a random speed? So instead of just having speed 10, if I do random between two constants, if I do start speed random between, say, 2 and 10, what would that look like? Oh, that would look strange. Right, because of the pivot, I see. Yeah, I get it. Looks like a wheel now, yeah. Maybe if you made this vertical, the donut. Ooh, yay! Maybe try laying this down on the floor. No, I don't want it to be laid down on the floor. Can I change this to a... Oh, that's interesting. I can change this to be a random thing as well. Let's see, stop that and then do play again. Ooh, that's interesting. Ooh, that's an interesting effect. Not quite what I meant, what I want. That's just always what happens when playing with particle systems, isn't it? Yeah, you're right. Very good, very good. I'm glad you think so. Let's see if I can play with some of the other axes as well with a random number. Ooh, this could be interesting. That's if this does it this axis. And so what? Right, so it pushes it in this way and then it pushes it over that way. So what if I did 1, 1, oh, 1, 0. And what would this change? Ah, this, right, this is the size of the circle. So actually this needs to be a bit smaller then. Maybe not. Let's see. If I changed this value, oh right, this is that way. Oh right, this is the one I wanted to change. Let's, well, maybe this way. I know I'm not talking much, but be right back. That's fine. You can talk as much or as little as you would like. Right, so -1. How about instead of doing a complete -1, let's do it random between two constants. And then let's try between 0 and -1. Let's try this. Susan Jedi's Director of Particles, of course. We've got the spiral again. Yeah, I know. I just want to give it a bit of depth. Maybe not this much. Like this. And I don't need the randomness of it then. Let's just do constant like that. Let's top it and see what it would look like if we started it again. That looked good. That looked a bit like if you were in a road rollers roll. Not sure what that means. Back. Road rollers roll. Welcome back, Hawk. Pretty lights. Yeah, I agree. They are. We could also do it like this. Or like that. But I don't think that's a good idea. Right. So, well, let's let's see. If I did color over lifetime, and I made it so that they're transparent in the beginning, and also in the end, so we don't see them popping in, that might be quite good. Actually, we could maybe do another interesting effect. And that is to maybe have them kind of fade in and out as they spiral around. That might look good. Let's see if I put another one in the middle. Oh, I see, maximum of 8. That makes sense. So then I'll delete one of these, move this one over. Not fixed. Although fixed also doesn't look that bad. No, I wanted blend. Right, so something sort of like this. And let's look at it in-game. Should I like modern steamroller? Oh, I see. But minus the steam. Nice. An idea on the color of this? I was thinking purple. It is a bit big. Actually, that's a point. I'll scale it down. So it's about so it's only a quarter of the size. Let's see what it would look like then. Personally, I like it just the color it is. Yeah, it is a nice color. However, I think purple might be better. Yeah, it's kind of huge. I could make it even bigger. I think purple would clash with the scenery. I think I want to feel like magic. I want to feel like magic, and I do want it to be to kind of stand out. I think purple would fit quite well, but we'll see. Maybe I won't have it purple. Right now it looks like the brick is emanating the portal. Oh, down there. You're right. And it's not a brick, it's the key. Right, so let's change the particle size. So if I did start size, random between two constants, let's do 0.25 and 0.5, for example. What would this look like? Ooh, that looks interesting. I mean, like this, the white looks quite good, I think. Let's try to also change the size of a lifetime. Size of a lifetime. Let's see. Well, let's just try a normal curve. Let's do between 1 going down to like this, then going back up. What will this change? Let's try it in Playmat again. Oh, that's... Oh, why is it down there? Oh, probably because we spawned on a hill. Haha. Yeah, that was the reason. That's interesting. What did it say before? Key, yeah. Maybe make it so you have to jump through the portal rather than just walk through it. Maybe. Snap, yes. Maybe if you had a mix of white, purple, and pink particles. Perhaps we can try that. I think a singular color. True. Not sure. I think I liked it fuller. Yeah. Yeah, it did look good fuller as well. Shadows. Also, what would happen if the player walked through it from the side? Aha, interesting point. I think I'll make it so that the portal will look at the player. Maybe not be locked to looking at the player, maybe just follow the player around. And not like looking around, like following the player with the way it's facing. Or will the portal always face the player? Yeah. I think I like it when the particles are equal on both sides. What do you mean? On the z-axis or in this case y? As in all sides. Looks a bit like circling fireflies. Oh, it does. Not sure what you mean, equal on all sides. No, I want to do it differently. Let's do a random start color, random between two colors. Let's do random between white, and let's do a bit of a purple color as well. There were more particles on the top of it before. Yeah, shadows, as in an equal amount of particles going all around the portal at all times, so there's never any more particles on the top than at the bottom. No, there are an equal number of particles. It's just that the velocities aren't the same. So at the top, we keep getting hills, so it spawns in the ground. 1 second. Nope, still hills. Still hills. Still hills. It's a 1 in 3 chance to be something else. Interesting. You know, technically there are parallel universes where we would literally only ever get hills. Yeah. So if you look at it like this, the particles, it's not that there are more particles at the top, it's just that because of the velocities, they're spread out differently. It's kind of mesmerizing, actually. Bingo, 3 hours later. There go, no hills this time. Oh, yeah. Actually, I'm not sure if I like the different colors. Let's play around with the depth of it a bit more. So instead of negative that, what would it look like this? In that case, I think the velocities should be changed. Equality for particles. Yeah, probably. Yeah, but the thing is, every particle gets to go a bit further. If I do it like this, for example, they're all on a flat plane. So you can see if I look at it from the side, it's a completely flat plane. I don't know, I kind of like the way that it sprays them further up as well. Well, I can play around with it a bit. Let's see, radial modifier. No, we don't need that. What was it? Not quite what I'm looking for. Is it the offset? Yeah, I think it was the offset. Offset 0 is that. Offset 3.57, actually negative 3.57. No, that wouldn't change. Negative 10. Let's instead try, well, let's see, let's increase it a little bit. So sort of like this, maybe? Actually, let's do negative 7. No, not 75. Negative 75. Just look at this. I mean, that's impressive. Let's try this. Yeah, probably. Shed Ice. I think flat plane would be fine if it's always facing the player. Yeah, I'm not sure how I want to do it though. Whoa! Looks like a swarm of evil things. Maybe that's exactly what it's supposed to be. There we go. Actually, let's light the flames around it. Let's see if that changes the way that it appears. Because that does change the effect. Not literally, but it does change the perception of the effect. It doesn't look that impressive. When the radius was at negative 75. Yeah, I thought you meant that. Doesn't look that impressive. Interesting. Also, it's not centered at the moment. Now it should be. Let's see. Maybe I can have well, let's put in some bigger particles underneath it. Oh, what does this do? Oh, right, because of the scale. Oh, I see. That makes sense. Let's just make a new empty game object for this. Let's do gate. Oh, not that one, this one. Gate portal. Let's make both of these child objects. I'll stop this one, the original one, and for this one, which is the one I've just duplicated, let's just increase the size to maybe this, and then let's disable the size of a lifetime, so like that. Now I do realize that this is very obvious still, so let's make them a bit transparent. Let's do alpha 25 maybe, kind of like this, so kind of like this mist, and let's try that. That looks better. Frame rate 40, about 50 frames per second at the moment if I look away. Still about 50. It's probably because I'm streaming as well, and this is Retina after all. So I mean, that makes it look much better. Shadows, maybe if the portal had a point light too. Oh yeah, of course. I think the portal needs to be fuller with, of course, an accompanying sound effect. Oh, sound effect, of course, yeah. Yeah, it's not that impressive at the moment. Just like, oh, fireworks. Come on, not fireworks. Like, oh, just a magical portal appeared. That's an everyday thing. And now it's like, ooh, a magical portal appeared. If I made the size negative 75, would be, magical portal appeared, right? I mean, that does look more impressive. And this is actually quite tall as well, because the camera is, I think, about 1.8 meters tall, the height of the camera. So this would be, let's see, that'd be about 5 or 6 meters tall at the top of it. Actually, let's make some of these green, just so we can see if that changes what it feels like. Yeah, it does a bit. I'll read chat. Not, oh, Portal, shadows, and make it more transparent. Yeah, I did, of course. Oh yes, ooh, snap. I think it looks more impressive when it's not transparent. Yeah, it does. You're right, it does. However, it does need something more. You're right. However, I don't want it to be too in your face, because you can easily get carried away with special effects and things like lens flares, vignettes, motion blur, chromatic aberration, particle systems, glares, fog, sun rays, all that sort of thing. You can so easily get carried away with it, and often in this case less is more. Ooh, this is lovely. Yes, looks amazing. I think it looks too spacey if it's transparent. Interesting. Scottish voice. Looks mesmerizing. Looks mesmerizing. Not sure. Yes, you've got a short eyes. Thanks. Oh, hello, Slovak Eagle. Welcome. As you can see, we're just doing some very basic magic. This is the first class. Welcome. I'm sure you'll have your spell book. It should have arrived in the mail. Hello, how are you doing? A wild Slovak Eagle appears. Hey, I am a mere optical illusion. Welcome aboard. Hi. So, how's the game coming along? Well, it's quite good, you can see. I'll show you. So, we've got, well, the trees. I'll just quickly show Slovak Eagle. It'll only take a moment. So, we've got the trees. They're not finished yet, but they are getting there, yeah. And you can see the inventory is better. You can actually inspect items, read some text from them. I've got items tags, or items that contain a number of other items. And with these, this is not a great spawn because it's in the ground. One second. There, no, wrong again. This one, yeah. So, you can see, we're just currently working on the portal effect, which will take you to the next level. This will only appear when all the braziers are lit. And with these ones, I've already made it so that if you equip matches, you can light them. This is only a temporary flame particle effect. It's not the final thing yet, probably. Yeah. You can light them, and you'll be able to burn different things in the fire to impact which type of level you go to next. So, for now, I've made it so that if you press F on an already lit brazier, it slowly turns green, you can see, because what type of items you burn will impact the color as well. Yeah, and what we're currently working on is the portal. Alright, so let me quickly read chat. Maybe a light from the portal? Yes, of course, a light from the portal. And how is everyone doing tonight? Yes, I'm good. Like a light around it? Yeah, not too bad, cheers. Sure is, maybe if you change the base particle to have a speed scale? Speed scale? What do you mean by that? Speed scale. Not sure what you mean by speed scale in this case. Shaday's voice was ice. Shaday's voice was ice. Basic magic. Yeah, of course. Show spellbook. I have, sir. Good. I'm good, thank you. How are you? I'm doing alright, thanks. You're a wizard, Kango. Yeah. Nice. I never knew you had a Twitch account. Hagrid? XD. Ooh, so choice-based level travel. Yes. Just like some games allow you to choose, your choices to change the story. Yeah. It's going to have a lot of random generation as well, which is going to help with replayability, which is the main reason why I've decided to stream this game, because knowing how the game works isn't going to spoil the game for you if there's a lot of random generation in it. I like it, same, Shadows. So that horizontal billboard, stretched billboard. Oh, that! I can have a look. I don't think it'll be that good though. So yeah, so that they're stretched. My internet is so bad lately I can barely watch streams. Oh, well. You can listen and that's fine. Ish. It's more a choice of the level rather than the story, I think. Yeah. So let's see. What Kango Fango meant is that I use stretched billboard, that's the one, so that it looks kind of like this. So you can see that the particles are now stretched along the curve of it. Do you think this looks better or worse? RNG is over 9,000! Of course it is. Oh dear. Yikes. Yeah. Quite Dragon Ballsy of you. Ballsy of you. Dragon Ballsy of you. Oh right. Dragon Ballsy of you, I guess. More or less. Better, I think. This is what I meant, but maybe tweak the setting a bit. Yeah. Let's try 5. That should make an impact. Oh, important Nils. you can see it. It's like this a bit. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, this is better. It's really odd looking at to look at. Looks quite cosmic. It does. I mean, this does look a bit like a portal, although I'm not sure if it looks. Like stars quickly moving around the galaxy, yeah. Looks a bit fuzzy, it does. Yes, cosmic is the perfect word. Let's try increasing the scale of these particles. So, let's start size, let's double them. So instead of that, let's do 1 and 6. Well, maybe not 6. But let's try it like this. Does that look better? I'm not that convinced. Yeah, kind of fuzzy, not sure about it. Maybe it is comfy to wear. Yeah, it's a scarf. As like a belt or a scarf. Yeah, a scarf. Jupiter belt. Good pun. Thanks. Not sure either. I love the light coming from it now. Yeah, but it's too flashy, too in your face, I think. Maybe now that looks like a proper universe. It does. Let's try one other thing as well. Let's try... I'm just going to get these particles going, just so that I can see what it looks like. Let's try... Let's see, how would this work? Maybe not having 100 particles, maybe only 50 or so. Actually, for this other one, I can change the particles down to 50 as well for that scale. Let's try this one. And actually, let's see if I can make it go... Ooh, that's strange. Don't want to make it go, ooh, that's strange. I want to go in further. That is not what I wanted. Neither is that. Where was the thing where I could put it in? Let's see, if I change the start speed, maybe that will help. No, that doesn't help. Strange. Kai per belt. A belt that fits all sizes. Per meow? But can it fit the sun? Yeah. Here's an idea. Reverse the direction of the mist particles. Nyan cat, nyan, 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 nyan. I know. No. Well, if no to that, how about you? I don't know. I'm just trying things out. I'm trying to get it a bit smaller down, actually. Is this actually going to change this at all? If I did like start speed of 50. Yeah, it does. It does. It is a bit strange. It is a bit strange. Oh, the offset. It may have been the offset. Right, so if I change the offset like this, then this down a bit as well, sort of like this, and then if I place this in the center of it, let's see what this looks like. No, it looked better the other way. Actually, that's right. This isn't using the correct number of particles at the moment. Nope. Actually, which one was this one? Was this one the... Yeah, it was the big one. Let's see what it would look like if these particles in the center instead were black. And hopefully not that flickering either. Start size, let's do between that and that. That might be a bit better. Ah, right there. Well, I think they're using the wrong shader at the moment. Let's see, instead of using the normal particle system thing, well, let's hit play first of all. Instead of using the normal particle system thing, let's use a different one. Maybe one of the smoke ones. Yeah, this one might look good. The smoke particle. And actually, let's put the alpha up to 100, which is not 100%, but the RGB 100. I mean, I'll read chat shortly. Don't worry, don't worry. So something like this, sort of, only not that flashing through each other. Not that, basically. Ah, I get what the issue is now. Yeah, that's gonna be an issue. Because they're on the same... Yeah, that's not gonna work. Nope, that won't work. It's not gonna work like that because it's on the same position, so it doesn't know which one to display first. Well, let's light the braziers. See what that looks like. I'll just read chat again. Well, you can have a look at this. Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. Sure. Of course, it can fit the sun. The sun is in the universe, so is the universal. So is universal, is it not? Nyan horse? Kuiper belt. Yeah. You guys don't know that? It's legendary. You mean the Nyan cat song? Yes, I've heard it before. I've heard it. Don't think I do, sorry. Don't know what. We are not meme cultured. Even N3V developers know it and sing it every time on voice chat on Discord. Yeah, I do know it. I just didn't want to sing it. Wow, well. Oh wow. It's not really a meme anymore. I know Nyan Cat, yeah, but it was all over the internet a few years ago. Yes, I remember. But it was the horse comment I didn't get. Just before Nyan Cat. Less fog, I think. Particle firework? For the base particle system. Maybe. What are the plans for the enemies in the game? That will vary. The main threat are your memorabilia being stolen, the things that hold your memories to you, that you have, or will have rather. Witches on broomsticks, evil trees, mud monster. Shrek maybe? Shadows. Suri? Sure. I'm not that convinced. Not that convinced about this portal the way it is. I'll try the fireworks. Or these ones don't look good. These ones definitely do not look good. Which one was it? Firework. Was it one of these? No, that is... I mean, that is intense. Oh, these ones maybe. This is probably the one you had thought I should pick. Oh, that looks good. That looks more like the thing I wanted, but now you can see that it's kind of blinking in and out because it doesn't know which one to display before. So actually, let's do this. Let's just move this one back a bit so it's always displaying the other one on top. Not sure from which way around. This way around. Let's go out and in again. Like this. Well, it does look like a wormhole now. Maybe if I make them even longer. So instead of them having a stretch scale of 5, let's try... Well, 10 is interesting. Sure, let's try this with freeform stretching on. It's... Look at My Horse was another song that came before Nyan Cat. Didn't know that. Sure, Original is no longer on the internet, only copies. Shadows, that's what I meant, yeah. It's blinking, yeah. Shadows, maybe if you made them larger and fewer? Well, maybe. If it wasn't blinking, it would really work. And make it look the same both ways around. What do you mean both ways around? I like that, yeah. If he's gonna make it always face the player, it's not gonna be an issue. Oops. I do like the effect of this. Maybe if I did make them a bit bigger. Start size. Let's do between that and that. The side. I mean, it does look more impressive. Okay, I'll keep one version of the particle system like this. And I'll try the other option as well, because it looks a bit too generic in my opinion. Like, if you look at any game that has effects like that, whether it's a fantasy game like for example Skyrim, or a sci-fi game like Star Trek Online, or even EVE Online, or so many games, it's just such a... It all just looks like that. Yeah, that's a Portal. Yes, it looks impressive on its own, but it's not that unique. So I want to try to get a bit of a different look. So instead of using the stretch, I just want to use a normal billboard. And for these ones, where was it? What's the setting I changed before? I was... Oh right, start size. These ones are a bit too big as well, I think. Let's try it like this. No, it doesn't look good like this. I think the dots, the firework dot doesn't fit. I think that the particle we had before, just these sort of blurry dots, looked better. Maybe they're a bit too large, the other dots. What would this look like? What would this look like? Yeah, well, this does look a bit better, but now it looks generic again. Now it looks like a generic fantasy portal thing. So I'll undo that so that the size of it is still big. And actually, because it's now the same shader, I can actually make the depth 0, and it shouldn't change. It shouldn't blink. Oh no, it does. It does a bit. It does still blink. So I'll undo that. Actually, I can do it by a very, very small amount. 0.01. And if it always looks at the player, then that's fine. That's you only really notice it from the side. I think that this is better. I'll light the braziers again. Oops, not inspect. And then we'll see what that looks like. I think that still looks impressive. Maybe if I did make it a bit... Let's try making these particles just a little bit bigger instead, like maybe 7.5 instead, on the larger scale. And if we don't get a hill, and we still got a hill, and we didn't get a hill, good. What would it look like from afar? I think it looks too much like splatters of paint now, so I'll undo that and just take one more look at this from this sort of side, with this size. I think that looks better. Yeah. So actually let's do a comparison because I can do that. Let's move this over there. So yeah, you can see the left one definitely looks more impressive. Yeah, I mean, the left one looks like a vortex of swirling energies, like a wormhole, like what you would imagine a wormhole to look like. The right one looks, well, looks more like a bit of swirling dust with some lights in it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one I'll go for. The thing is, this one looks a bit more generic, really. But this one doesn't look that impressive. Maybe with a light it'll look better. I think I'm probably going to go for the dots, but I'm going to keep the swirl particle for later. Maybe I'll want to use it eventually. Let's read chat. What did I read? Let's see. Alright. You are right there, Shardise. That's true, yeah. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but that's it. Generic. Fuller. It's better. I'll be honest, I did like the swirling, but I get what you mean by too generic. Shardise larger ones was better, I think. Oh, maybe I'll change that then. Looks like a magical dust whirl, yeah. Yeah, bigger is better. Shardise, I think it might be better if the flames were more orange in color. The light sources. Maybe. But the thing is, I want to have a specific orange flame that will lead you to a different level type than the normal flames. So I want there to be a bit of a contrast there, so you clearly know which flames you've burned something in to make them orange. Shardise looks good. Thanks. I forgot, were you at the yesterday's stream? I don't think he was. Nah, pretty sure he wasn't. Shardise, you've got to light the braziers again. Maybe. You said you were going for the magical look? Yes, magical, but not generic. Shardise, maybe somewhere in between. I'd copy the magic dust one and then try. Alright, makes sense. Lava world for the orange flames? Maybe. This is gonna take so long, all the level design. Well, that is the interesting thing, because with the main benefit of RGN, random number generation, is that you don't have to do a lot of level design. You can design the elements and then put them in the game, and the game will decide which way around they go, basically. No, I think it was better before. I think it was better before. There we go. Okay. Right. So, well... Okay, let's do a light. Let's give it a light source. So let's see if that changes anything to the effect. That's not nearly strong enough. Also, it needs to be up higher, kind of around this spot, I think. Yeah, let's do intensity like 4 maybe. Now it's in the ground, of course. Still in the ground. There we go. Yeah, with a light source, it does look better, but the braziers aren't lit yet. Also, it might be a bit too intense. Let's try to make the lights green. Oh wait, don't I have them? Oh, I used them all up, apparently. Alright, I must have pressed multiple times on the same one. Makes sense. Well, let's tone it down a little bit. Maybe 3-ish? Oh, actually, no, let's decrease the range of it. It's just kind of like this, and then like that. Yeah, maybe this is better. Not that convinced yet at the moment, but that's fine. So we've already gone 1 hour and 20 minutes, so I'll rechat, and then we'll continue modeling the tree, actually. Basically, design the elements, throw them in a blender, and the game's done. No pun intended. Well, there's a bit more to it than that, because even though you can just throw them in a blender and that's it, the player's not going to have a lot of fun with that, because then there's not a lot of design to it. So you do need, well, at least for a game like this, I do need to have very specific rules and restrictions that govern in what ways and different combinations things will be able to spawn. But yeah, I get what you mean. I think you should try disabling the player's point light. Yeah, but I think the player will have some sort of light with them, so I wanted to see what it looked like with that. I wasn't at the stream yesterday, and then looking at the portal again. I was basically doing that by going further away and then looking at it. I was busy playing Cyberpunk, just as I am now. I see. Slaveagle, 1, massive Twitch delay. 2, watch it. Kangafango, any idea of the time mark for the ghost story? 30 minutes in is where he starts driving the UP gas turbine. Yeah. Right. So, let's get to the tree. And I'll actually disable the portal, just so it's not running in the background, causing more lag than needed. So, somewhere around there. There we go. Just wait for it to load a bit more. There. Actually, 1 second. Maybe there's something running which I don't need at the moment. 1 second. Let me just quickly check and see. I won't need that. That's all fine. Nope. Okay. Okay. Actually, in this, I'll just look away from that to make it a little bit less, to render a little bit less. Yeah, watch it 30 minutes in for a ghost story. It's amazing, and not just the story itself. Aw, thanks. Yes, I don't have delay. I just am playing game. Yeah, I know, you said so. I agree. Really enjoyed the ghost story yesterday, Shy Eyes. Thank you. I will watch it. And this time, yesterday is actually accurate. Not yesterday as in last week. Yes. Yeah, that's often the case. So last time we were just putting on this layer of branches here. So these kind of size of branches that come off of the main branches are going to be the final 3D layer, at least for this loading level, which is probably the most high detail loading level I'm going to make. The next levels of branches will be 2D planes, probably, which is simply because of performance reasons. Let's see, which branch? That one. And sorry if this is a bit laggy for you, it's a bit laggy for me as well. I think that it is, since Blender 2.8, Blender just started lagging so much more than usual. Maybe it's because the software is advancing, but my hardware hasn't. So, That's probably the reason why. That, well, doesn't look that... Well, it doesn't look that bad, but also not that good. Let's see if I did this. Twee. Oh, I've just an idea. Would it be good if you had crows for the ambience, and if you open up a portal, the sound startles them and they fly off? I've actually had something a bit similar to that plan, which is not that they get startled by the portal activating, even though maybe that's the case, but just by the player walking past. So you're walking along a forest, it's dark, and you're not sure what's out there. And then suddenly you hear crows flapping off and flying away. That I think is better, because then it's not specifically linked to that. It can happen at really any time. So I don't want this to be that angle. That's the word I was looking for. I was thinking of direction, but no, direction is not the word I'm looking for. Angle was the word. I want it to be a bit further up. Something sort of like this. I think that looks good. Actually, let's see what this looks like in Unity, that specific spot. So I'll need to export it as an FBX format. This one. Export. That's a forest over there. Let's see, which branch was it? It was one of these ones. Right, it was that one there. Also this one, the one that just this one up here, this one was the one. I think that looks good. It adds a bit more density to it. Right, on to the next branch. Let's just copy this one. And I'll put this onto that branch, which I believe was this one. Yeah, it was. Just sort of like that. And then I'll duplicate it. I'll turn it this way, and then roll it on the x-axis on 180 degrees, twist it a bit like that, put it in like this, and then, well, let's see, yeah, like that, I think. And then I'll make it curve down a bit as well. So it would go like this. Yep, that looks good. Let me read chat. Yes, thanks. Yes, that too, Jardis. Loads of randomly placed tiny box collider triggers all over the forest tiles, which would signify twigs. Oh, so you mean if, all right, and if you touch them, it snaps and they get startled. Well, that is one way to do it. Sorry. However, I think that I don't know, maybe that would be more efficient, but maybe it would be more efficient just to have a few objects that you check the distance to the player, maybe every 5 seconds or so, and then if the player is within that distance of that object, that empty game object, then crows spawn that just fly away, they get startled. That might be a more efficient way to do it than having loads of box colliders around, but I'm not sure about that. It just seems like that would be more efficient. It also adds a bit more density to it, doesn't it, Charlize? Oh, destiny to it. Destiny. Yeah, I get it, the Back to the Future reference. Yes, you are my density. Destiny, exactly. Destiny. That was the joke. Wouldn't the twigs and definitely the crows be a form of jump scare? I don't think so. If it's not that loud, it's more of an ambience. I'd say it's more of an ambience. But there's nothing wrong with okay, the thing is, if something is a jump scare, but it's not intended as such, like if it's natural that way, then I think that adds to the ambience. Like, for example, you're walking around a dark forest, then you step on a twig and it snaps. Depending on how tense you are, that might make you jump just a little bit. Not much, just a tiny bit. That is a slight startle, I would say. Yeah, a very slight startle. Thing is, like, or the crows flying away. If you're very tense, that might make you jump a bit. It might make you jump a bit. Not much again, very little. But if you're just walking through it and you're not that tense, then it's just, oh, there's some crows. And that sort of thing, I think, adds more to the ambience. I'd say a form of startle. Shadows. Oh, right, yes, a slight startle. Yes, exactly. An unintended jump scare. Well, jump scare is more like things jump out at you, which this isn't. Actually, let's give this one another little branch. And yeah, I'm gonna need to make this a bit smaller so that it... No, not like that, like this. So that it intersects properly. And this one, let's move... It's a bit difficult to do with this lag. Let's move this sort of over here. And instead of doing another one of these like pincer things, let's just make this one... Well, let's make it shorter actually. Let's do it like this, that'll be interesting. Which actually also means that I need to rotate this a bit. Like that. Not so much of not so much as an ah, but more of a oof. That scared me then. Right. Oh, I think that's quite a good way of describing it. Also, let's make this attached back there. Right. How does this look? Well, it's floating, so that's not good. Kango explains with sound effects. Yeah, sure. I mean, if you explain what sounds you make in that situation, then you're probably going to be able to visualize what that situation is a bit better. So that's good. Right, so that, let's do this branch next, this one, right, going right up there. Let's twist that. Let's move it over. Up. Let's go fly a kite up to the highest heights where all the ghosts come play. Out in the forest tiles, let's go fly a kite. Actually, I need to twist this a bit more. Maybe sort of like something like this, maybe? And then twist it like that. Then have it connect a bit further up. I think that fits. Let's see, how many branches left to go? Well, there's 2 we have, well, 3 we haven't touched yet, and a few other ones that may need more branches. Hey, Shard Eyes, out in the forest tiles. That's perfect, that is. Thank you. Let's do another one of these branches. The one with the 3... Oh, no, those aren't 3. Those... Oh, it was just perspective. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, let's... I want one with 3 splits. So, let's move this one here. Twist it like that. Maybe a bit bigger, maybe. Oh, hello, Chris. Hello. Welcome. Just modeling a tree. Maybe... Oh, right. I can just do that. I can just copy these 2 branches. They're all already aligned with each other. Then maybe if I do this, maybe scale it up a little bit, then I can move it down, twist it like that, and have it sink in there. That, maybe a little bit more down. That might be good. I think so. Although, yeah, that's the thing. I want to move this one a bit, because I don't want it to look identical to the other branch. So let's just make this one a bit smaller, maybe like this. Well, that's a bit too small, maybe like that, and then try to align that again. Hello. Maybe after you can maybe model the loco break, maybe like the outside or some in something. Not at this point, because this tree is for the Ghostly Venture game. So you can see, if I go in here, you can see this is the current state of the tree, and it's just a temporary forest. And I'm modeling for this game, so yeah. Also, as for the locomotive, the thing is, I think there were, okay, firstly, before I model locomotives, I would need, like, before I start modeling locomotives that I want to end, that I expect to end very realistically, looking very realistic, I want to get more experience in modeling locomotives. Like I said last stream, I haven't done that that much. Secondly, if I did model one, I would either model them for my own route at this time, or if I had a commission for it. Because modeling locomotives just for fun, even though that is definitely something that I would find fun, is a very time-consuming thing. Actually, I didn't export it. It's a very time-consuming thing, which I just can't afford at this point. Yes. I don't think you will. Yes, I know, that's why I said maybe. Yeah. Also, Shard Eyes, you missed a message right above Chris's model. Oh, did I? Sorry. Oh, right, that's perfect. And what was that about ghosts? Oh, that. Oh, I've forgotten what it was. I mean, you can look it up in the archive, haha. Oh, hey, Chris. Chris, first message. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yes, I mean, this looks quite good, although some of the branches definitely look a bit one-sided. Like, for example, this branch here could definitely use with another little branch going off to the left. Same one, like with this one, this is basically just one branch and then the bigger one beside it. This one as well, if this is not the same one from before. Let's actually do the branch that I just looked at that basically only had one big branch beside it. Which one was it? It was this one. So let's duplicate this down here. Let's move it over here. Let's twist it a bit. And let's attach it sort of, well, let's say sort of here. Did I just sound a bit like Samantha Stevenson? Or Steve Stevenson? Well, didn't you used to say it like that? Right, I think... yeah, that makes it look much better. So I think there's still one branch that hasn't got any sub-branches yet, which is this one. So let's just add some branches to that. It's a tall one, so it should be fine. Let's do this one. Alright, we'll do that one. Shared Eyes, Stevens, and yes. I thought so. Right. Ooh, that would look good. Stevens, yes, Stevens. That looks good, but again, I need another branch on the side. The other one, the other side, I mean. Let's just do the same one. Might look a bit creepy. Although, let's change the size of it. Let's make this one a little bit less big. Also known as smaller. Looks good, looks good. Creepy and good. Creepy is good. Alright, creepy is good, creepy is good. Yeah. I think the guy outside your window would appreciate that you think that way, Kangafango, that creepy is good. Let's make this branch a little bit, not that much, just a little bit thicker. So if you press Alt-S in Blender, you can change the thickness of things that you've selected. So Alt-S, and you can hold Shift to make it more gradual change. And I'll actually change the tips of it to be very pointy again. Sort of like this. And then that last bit there needs to go a bit more up, like this. That looks better. Oh, this one also needs to go up. Oh, I think I must have missed that before. Does it still look good on the top? Yes. XD. Oh, you. I didn't mean you. Get off. Don't grin at me like that. Indeed. Right, so I think therefore I am. And also, yeah, this branch. Oh no, that's the connector to that I see. Which branch needed more little branches? I think the lower one, this one, Yeah, this one needed a bit more. Right, I think I'll duplicate this up here. Duplicate, move it. Oh no, not like that. I did not mean to duplicate that. I had forgotten to unselect or deselect the previous selection there. Yeah, therefore I am. Of course. What else do you think? What sort of height would be good for this branch? I think a bit bigger like that. Yeah, that is the correct branch, I think, yes. So if I did it like this, then twisted it a bit, moved it down, a bit further down, sort of like that. And then maybe made this a bit thicker, just sort of like this. And the tip, again, needs to be pointed. And like this sort of. Maybe this one a bit smaller as well. Just sort of like this. Like that. And don't worry, it will look better with textures. It won't look as barren. Sorry, need a bit of water. Five people watching. Hello, 5 people, whoever you may be. And indeed are. Let's take a look at what this looks like in-game, as it were. And actually, for the gate, let's just re-enable the random placement, just for fun. Ah, and it's pawned right over there. See? Correct. 10 locomotives. 3 of them have 0.6 centimeter gauge. 12 cars, 13 loco brakes. 2 Serra brakes survive till this day. XSPR, Sao Paulo Railway, not Southern Pacific. Interesting. Yeah, I think you've already mentioned that in Slovak stream a while back. Ah, yes. Look. This is what I meant last stream, I think it was last stream, where I saw the stream before that, I'm not sure, where they align themselves to the surface they're on. So you can see they're not floating like that, but they are actually on the slope, which I think makes it look so much more realistic. Like they've actually been placed down here, so they can actually spawn on slopes, which is something that I think a lot of people who are starting out with games, making games, I mean, would find difficult to do. I just want to see what they look like with green flames, and then I'll look at the tree, don't worry. Don't you worry. Yeah, that already looks good. Let's make this green, and there we go. Let's just make the other screen as well. Ooh, looks like classic witches' flames, like the green stuff. And you can see the light is also green. Hehe. Oh, I've just realized it looks like toxic smoke from chimneys, like from factories and comic books, like the toxic green smoke. Nice, but they wouldn't work in trains the way they do IRL, right? I mean, yeah, perfection at its finest. Now light them! Will you also be able to carry the braziers around? No, you will not. Collect them? Nope. Ooh, lovely. Yikes, shared ice. Why? It does. Yeah, it already looks much better. You can see that a few of the branches do kind of tend to repeat. like the pattern. Like, for example, these ones, the little branch always comes out on the left side, which I will change up probably, so it doesn't repeat as much. But if you're just walking through a forest, the shadow looks nice. Just walking through the forest, and they don't even have textures yet. It does look good. I mean, you can barely even tell that this is all one tree. And I don't mean in the, what are they called? Quaking Aspen, not in the Quaking Aspen way, where it's literally all one organism, although maybe that's as well, but I meant as in the model, especially because the size is random as well here. Oh, you can see the flames in the distance. Can you see the flames? Yikes. Yeah, I know, but still. That's why I said yikes. Looks lovely. Try this, Aspen. Yes, snap. Indeed. You can see the flames. They're watching you. Right, so let's do that. Let's fix some of those branches that were all springing off in the same direction, which I think I'll change this one first. Actually, I could just spin it around, really. So, let's do this, and then cursor to selected. Then let's get rid of the X-ray so that it doesn't lag as much. Then use the 3D cursor as the median point. And then let's select both of these objects. And facing this way, let's just rotate them 180 degrees. And then let's see what it looks like in Unity, because you can see it more clearly in Unity. Will we get wandering oaks in this? Well, I don't really want to say. Haha. Also, will there be owls in the game? Probably. Or at least an owl equivalent? No, probably owls, though I can't promise it. Or at least owl ambience? Well, the thing is, one thing that and yeah, this already looks much, much better. You can see that, actually, where was the spot? Was that the spot? Yeah, this is the spot. You can see that this one does not look like it's repeating as much as before. It's much better already. So, the thing is, well, a thing that I did in my... Oh, this is a huge one of these trees that spawned. Just look at how huge this one is. Look, I mean, you can see the other ones around. This one's... Look at the size of this one, and then look at the size of that one. Oh, that's nice. Anyway, yeah, one thing that I've done in previous kind of spooky games that I've made, including Ghosted Mansions, and also the early Ghosted Mansions try, and the tries that I made of other games, which I do want to include in this game, parts of those ideas. A thing that I did there was I put in creepy ambient sounds, like, for example, wolves howling, or maybe twigs snapping, or footsteps in the distance, that sort of thing, to build tension. And while that is a nice trick, it is just that, it is a trick. And in this game, I want to try, maybe I'll resort to that, maybe I'll give up on the idea, but maybe. The thing is, I want to try to make it so that every sound you hear actually has a thing that causes it. Maybe not something like crickets. Maybe crickets are too small to really be visible. But things like, for example, an owl hooting, or crows flying away, or footsteps behind you, will actually have a cause, so that you know that you're not being lied to in the game. Which I know, if you're a game dev, lying to the player is by means of means of making the environment is an important thing. See invisible walls. And the whole entire thing of level design as a whole. However, I'm going to read chat. Shadows. Oh, so you'll have a well. Nice. Maybe I will have a well. That could be the entrance to one of the mazes. Yeah, I think this is the spot. That one. Yeah, this. Ooh, that's astonishing. Ooh. Or maybe. Shadows. And you watch this vid for a sec. Can you watch this vid for a second? 1 minute mark. I want all of you to identify the Lurker Breaks whistle. Who's the volunteer? Suggestion for the thumbnail, have the portal in the middle of the forest. I was definitely going to have the portal in the thumbnail. What do you mean identify the whistle? I don't know the type of whistle it had. So a sensible point of origin. Can't we? Oh, right. Maybe you can do it. Also, remember the 1 minute 1 second mark for everyone. I don't know the whistles. I really haven't that much experience in whistles. 11 out of 11 owl impression right there. Thanks. I can do better. That was, by the way, I think it was a barn owl. Or, yeah, tawny owls are like those are tawny owls, right? Anyway, don't want to get carried away. I wouldn't be of much use to you there. Sorry about the link. Right. 5 minutes left. Just enough time to get... You guessed it. Thumbnail. Right, so... yeah, let's try to get it in the forest. That would be good. And the thing is, I can see it much more easily where it spawned, if it spawns with the portal. Yeah, me neither, sorry. I will have a look at the link later on, though. Oh, there we go. It spawned in the forest. It spawned in the forest. It spawned in the forest. The forest is where it spawned. You have Discord, Kango Fango. I believe that Kango Fango does have Discord. Yeah, he owns it. He's actually the owner of it, I think. Yes. Oh, he agrees. He's the owner of it. And actually, of course, light the flames. I like the shadow on the tree. I may have it something like this and then zoom in a bit. Although, speaking about that, I may also want... Actually, this is better because the trees in the back are lit. Oh, and the shadow. Yeah, so I want some of these to be green flames, just to show that off in the thumbnail. So, how about this? Ooh, that looks interesting. You definitely want to check out the stream archive that this is from. The stream that this, yeah. I think this is probably good if I zoom in a bit. Like if I have sort of that area there, you can, basically that area, you can see what I mean. Maybe a bit closer. One of these should be fine. Right, so I'll quickly read chat. And... hey, we're gonna finish 2 minutes early. We're gonna finish 2 minutes early. I think that's the first time it happened ever since the history of dawn of time. Yes, I know that doesn't make much sense. It's fine in this case. Yes. What is it? Shadice has a Discord server actually, or you are on it, right? Yes. You'll be able to contact me through there if you want to. Lovely, Shadice. Pause it. Make the FPS controller camera's point of view lower. I think this is fine. I think it's fine. I just joined your server, Shadice. Oh, thank you very much. Nice. Good. So, I've read chat. Now, quickly shoutouts. So, Kango Fango, the lovely individual in the chat there, he's also a human being who also live streams on Twitch, which... oh, the thing on the top right. Oh, that. You mean the statistics? Oh, you want me to disable them? I thought about it, but the thing is, I'll zoom in anyways, so it doesn't really matter, actually. Maybe something like this will actually be good. Right, so, yes, he's a human being who also live streams on Twitch, and he streams on Sunday, and he streams interesting things. He streams OMSI map development, Trains map development, and American Truck Simulator exploring the Colorado DLC. So usually he alternates between OMSI and Trains one Sunday, and then the next Sunday, American Truck Simulator. This Sunday, so the day after tomorrow, he's going to do OMSI map development, and instead of Trains, American Truck Simulator. That's an exception. So have a look at things. I said this, I think the stream before last as well. I got a little sneak preview of a coastal village he's making on his map, because his map is based in the UK, a fictional map, and it just looks so nice. The cottages and all the greenery and shrubs and trees. And he's even made a well. He's made a well in OMSI. Anyway, yes. So Kango Fango, have a look at that. Also, Slovak Eagle, Switter Gaming, The Branded K on Twitch are part of the Central Europe development team, along with other people as well. Essentially, it's a huge Trains map, Central Europe, that is. So, yes. Slovak Eagle and Brand also stream driving games, things like that. So, I'll read chat again, and those are shoutouts done. Actually, I can do this now. We don't need this anymore. Just give it a moment. We don't need this anymore. And I've already quit that, so that is good. There we go. That's a bit too bright. Oh, that's too dark. Oh, you can see that my t-shirt is green. Yeah, that's how bright the screen is right now. Yeah. That is much, much better. Right, so let me just quickly read chat, and then I'll mention the stream will be archived, and then I'll end the stream. So, yes. Nice. Trace or disable profiler. The thing on top right. Yeah. That's not the profiler. The profiler is actually a different window. The profiler is a separate window, and you know, like the scene view or like the game view, things like that. You can dock somewhere, and that shows you loads of information about your performance and where exactly performance is being used for things like physics or scripts, shaders, which shaders, which objects, or rendering, processing, animations, that sort of thing. It even has a timeline. It's a very powerful tool. Different than the stats view. The stats view is kind of profiler light, as it were. It shows you important things like frame rate, rendered vertices, things like that. Oh, thanks. Stop. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm not a bot. Shout out, my friend. I think those are done. Says the also Chris. That's how it's spelled. So the also Chris. Yes, thanks a lot for the shout out. Kango Fango, your name remembers me of a Brazilian ship called Fandangos. Oh, interesting. Trace, thanks. It means a lot. Bye, bye everyone. Bye, Slovak Eagle. Bye, Miss W. Bye, Kango Fango. You even get a wave. And bye, Chris, as well. Bye. I'll read the chat still. Hi and bye. Be online in Discord, Kango Fango. Please. I will in a few minutes. Bye, and thanks for the stream. Oh yeah, right. Maybe put Sunday for modeling trains. Just making opinion. It's an interesting idea. It is a very interesting idea. Sundays, I am busy. The thing is, I don't earn money from streaming. So I can't devote that much time to streaming. Yes, I'm streaming mostly me working on projects that I will earn money with eventually. So it's kind of doing two things at the same time, which is one, having a fun stream, which also builds an audience for the project while it's in development, and two, I'm doing work on the project. So, yeah, if I were to find a space to slot in locomotive modeling, then that would be too much time used for streaming. So unfortunately, I cannot do that. But thank you for the suggestion. True, Shadows. I didn't mean profiler then. Profiler light. That's perfect. That is. Bye. It's okay. Yeah, of course it's okay. I didn't think it wasn't. So, yeah, that's it. Oh, we've gone 5 minutes over time again. Bye.